What about you folks? CJ down in Dublin here with the Garda. GSOC with the Ombudsman here today. We were down making a complaint there, so we were about the incident there in Santry Garda station in Dublin there on the 28th of June, where me and TGA were accused of drinking and said we were loitering in a guard station, and he forcefully removed us. He used force and said we were drinking and removed us from the station. So we had so we're down today. I've made my complaint here today. TGA, the Quint Auditor, he's made his complaint. So I'll let him talk to you in a minute. I have another complaint form here because something happened there the other day. We ginger Fanta pubes basically assaulted me, a bit aggressive. So if you want to go on the TGA here, what about you, lad? What happened today?
Basically one thing they did tell me is that we ideally, unless we had business in the front office or the carriage office or an appointment we needed the carriage office at Santry Garda station, shouldn't have really been wandering around the car park. They said our approach should have been to go to the public office first to let them know what we're doing, basically. So yeah, I guess on our part we could have approached it differently. However, Garda Oltenlani's unreasonable use of force, also fabrication of saying that we're intoxicated. He had no reason to believe that in any way, shape or form. He just wanted an excuse to go hands on. He wanted an excuse to abuse his powers, in my belief. That Garda Oltenlani's approach was unnecessary and unreasonable, and this is exactly why we've come down to GSOC today to make this complaint. It's because guards need to be held accountable when they step over the line and they overstep the mark, which Garda Oltenlani did. His approach could have been much different. The initial approach of Garda Oltenlani was aggressive, very full on, authoritative. He wanted to be the one who talks. He didn't want to listen to anything that we had to say. He didn't even really want to know what we were doing. He just wanted to make demands and tell us what to do.
One track mind, it was his way or no way. Regardless,
his way or the highway.
Yeah,
really,
it was regardless of what we said that day, folks. As you've seen the video anyway, it was regardless of what we told him that day. He had it in his head. It was his station, as he stated, his station. He abused Section 8, so he did, and he flipped over to intoxication and stuff. He tried loitering. Technically we weren't loitering in my eyes, because we were there for a reason, because I actually was going to go into the public office to ask.
Well, technically under the Public Order Act, yep. Loitering is loitering for an unlawful purpose.
Yeah, so we had a purpose to be there. When you know yourself, when Garda Ashley came out, he actually knew who we were and he told us to wait. So technically, you know what I mean, man, we had a reason to be there, because we wanted to get shown around the what was it, the water unit. The water unit. We had a legitimate reason to be here. So folks, your man Lorne was completely out of order, over the top, OTT. Now I still have to come back here to make my complaint and be interviewed, so my complaint will be different than TGA's, obviously. So it will, because I was going to go into the station to ask about being shown around. You know, then the guard came out and told us to wait, which is actually a bit ridiculous. Like, then your man going hands on was just mental. So it was. Anything else to add to this, man?
So yeah, basically, I think again, there's lessons to be learned on both sides here. Hopefully the complaints are upheld and the guards are held to account. I would like to see that Garda Oltenlani learns from his mistakes and he learns to have a more interactive approach with the public, rather than his authoritative approach that he currently has. So at this current time, he needs to learn what reasonable force is. When you're pushing someone like that, it's not reasonable. You're supposed to, as reasonable force would dictate that you're supposed to guide people.
Guide you.
If he wanted us to leave the station, which he would regard as a private area, if we had no legitimate business at the guard station, which in my view, we did.
Yeah,
at that point.
Yeah.
That point could be argued in the court of law.
Yeah.
So you've got to look at things from how it would play out in the courtroom. You've got to have a bit more of a mind about you when you're thinking about what you're going to say, how you're going to approach it, which we tried to engage. The guard wouldn't have it, which is another contention with this method.
Which just brings us back again. It was his station, it was his way or the highway, so it was like he didn't like what he was being told. He didn't like me straight away, because basically I told him a camera was a camera and we were there to film. He didn't like me at all, and he took a disliking to TGA straight away, man, because we were arguing the point that we weren't loitering, but his eyes, we were loitering and we had to leave because it was his station. So there's the abuse from the guards, and this is only scraping the iceberg, touching the top of the iceberg here, so it is full.
Hey, what's worse recently, video you will be seeing from CJ Audits coming up, is a guard, won't even say if he's a guard, comes charging out of Kevin Street Garda Station, possibly a firearms officer, I'm not sure, and full on got in his face, got hands on. So that's going to be another complaint coming up.
Yes, folks. So hence why I have this complaint form here. Yeah, so it will be coming to the channel shortly. So it will, folks. This is why I have another complaint form. So yeah, this guard firearms officer, well, we assume he is, because that's where he came from. He came out basically full on assaulted me, man, full on pure aggression from them, from the wee ginger guy, well, the baldy napper, you know. So yeah, folks, so from the Garda here, that's a wee update for you, from the Garda Ombudsman GSOC here in Dublin, and from the TGA, man, all the best, folks. Look, take it easy, and we'll keep you all updated. May the force be with you. So yeah, Garda Síochána here in Dublin, here we are, folks. Yeah, so this is GSOC here. This is the people that take complaints here about the Garda themselves when they step out of line. So it is. So there's a sergeant going in here for an interview today here, so there is. He's actually being under an investigation as far as I'm aware. This Garda here, he's getting thingy. Yeah. So yeah, folks, so GSOC here in Dublin, Ombudsman, just have to, yes, folks, for 2 seconds. 2 seconds there. Yeah, so this is basically the same as the Ombudsman in Northern Ireland. Yeah, just going to be looking out the window. Yeah, folks, so this is where all your complaints go here in Dublin. Lots of sergeant in there, and the Ombudsman here. So yeah, we're just taking a couple of pictures here, and we'll all be moving on in our location here very, 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 very soon. Sam, it's on the phone. So yeah, so Garda Ombudsman here, folks, GSOC here in Dublin with the TGA, yeah. I think he's went on there because I walked over there with the camera.
Oh, the guard don't like it. It's a sergeant as well.
Yeah.
You should know the crack.
You think, GSOC, you think he would? Yeah. No, it was just here, it was just a bit of information I picked. It's a bit of information I picked up there when I was lying with my eyes closed. When I was lying with my eyes closed, they were talking. So they were, mate, and that's how I know what he was getting in there for. They thought I was sleeping while I was waiting on you. So yeah, the old ears I can still hear. So I can.
They're not that bad then, are they?
No, they're not that bad, man. So they're not. So yeah, folks, from Dublin here anyway. Look, again, I say GSOC, the Garda Ombudsman. All the best, look, take it easy, and may the force be with ye.